Hey guys, it's Brittany and welcome back to my channel. Until then, so I'm doing a few different things on my channel that are going to be different than what I've been doing. So I'm still going to be consistently doing what I've been doing, which is my Wisdom Wednesday videos, the occasional, vlog or beauty video. But as things are becoming more and more something that inspires me in the moment, I'm just going to act on it and make a video of it. And so that's what I'm doing today. So today's video has to do with the debate that we had last night, the Democratic debate last night with what's his name? Bill de Blasio and Elizabeth Warren, Julian Castro, Tim Ryan, all of that. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that. And what I want to do is share with you just some of my takeaways and who stood out to me, why they stood out to me. And I wanted to create this video just so we can have a conversation. Maybe I'm missing something, or maybe I should be looking into another candidate that maybe did not get to speak as much last night, or maybe they made a point that I missed. I'd love to have like a conversation going on in the comments. This video is going to be pretty quick because tonight is the part 2 of the debates, and that's starting in 14 minutes, and I want to make sure that I have my devices ready to be able to watch those particular debates. So let me go ahead and start with the people that stood out to me, which is pretty much who's kind of trended a little bit. So I loved Julian Castro. So he immediately, I was feeling him from the moment he opened his mouth. So I loved what he had to say about women's rights. And I also loved what he had to say about trans women. So in terms of their rights. So for me, why that was important is that, so I'm a Christian, or I'd rather say I am a Christ follower, because today, especially in regards to politics and the conservative right, if that's what you want to call it, I just feel, even though there are those that believe that we should ban abortions, I don't think we should be taking that right away from women, and especially to the degree that some of these different states are trying to put these different stipulations on abortion. That really disturbed me. For me, if God is giving me the right or the decision whether or not I believe in him, whether or not I believe in God, whether or not I believe in his son, then I think that right should be extended to everybody. I understand that people are passionate about their beliefs. I'm passionate about my beliefs too, as a Christian or as a Christ follower. But it's not my decision to make for you of what you do to your body. And in Christian speak or Christianese, I'm not supposed to be your Holy Spirit. I'm supposed to be here to support you and allow God, the Holy Spirit, to direct you in what is best for you. And so that just really resonated with me. I really appreciated that. That's something that I have to say, it makes me nervous. What if my rights as a woman, as far as what's done to my body, is taken away? God forbid, what if something tragic happens to me, whether I'm attacked or if I do become pregnant and my body does not, it rejects the pregnancy, then for that to be something that I'm held liable for, that I'm convicted for, for a crime for, that just really disturbs me. So I really appreciated that. Trans women, he included that in there as well. He talked on The View today in a little bit more detail, just to explain for people that don't quite understand trans and the trans community. I liked how he put it, or how he phrased it. He just really put it in layman's terms. So basically he just said trans women are women. So let's say for the person that just does not understand the concept, it'd be me. I'm a woman. I was born that way, but I am identifying as male, and so I've made that transition into becoming a male, or that's how I'm choosing to live my life as a male. However, because of how things are going with my body, I guess biologically would be the correct word, that I'm still able to conceive. So for me to not have that right, that was something that was important to him. So I really appreciated him putting that into what he was talking about at the debate last night. I loved how he talked about the treatment of immigrants, and he really admonished, or I guess the better word would be, well, no, admonished would be the word I'm looking for. He called Beto out on this particular rule, or I'm not really sure, you guys. This is not politics is not really my, I don't know the lingo, but basically there's a rule out there that was talking about separating, you know, the parents from their kids. And I loved how he called Beto out on like why he disagreed with what Beto was saying and what he wanted to do about it, which was to, I think he wants to get rid of that particular rule and put something in place that allows for families to stay together so that even if they do come over here, that they're at least together so that we're not having the issues that we have going on right now. So that was Julian. So the next person I really loved was Booker. I've kind of been watching him as well, Cory Booker. And so I loved how he talked about gun violence, and I appreciated what he talked about in regards to gun violence because he can relate to it. He's in an area where it's pretty much, it runs rampant. And so I love that he talked about that. I appreciated him talking about healthcare, specifically who it affects. So he really talked about, you know, Black and brown families, people that are not able to afford healthcare, and just how, I think it had to do with like just the cost of healthcare, and that it's not, the system right now is not created in such a way that families that don't have a lot of money can afford it. So I appreciated that. And I loved, again, that he also talked about the rights of the LGBTQ community. I want to say that he did mention the trans women, specifically African-American trans women, and just the rate at which they are dying. They're being murdered at this point. And so I love that he brought that out. Let's see, Warren, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm trailing through here, but I really want to make sure that I catch the debate because that's starting in a little bit. I have been a fan of Warren for the last few months now. I saw her on The View. I love that her tagline is, I have a plan for that, and I appreciate that. My problem with politics and politicians in general is that when you ask them a direct question, then it's not that I don't appreciate it, but sometimes they go into telling a story and then they literally beat around the bush and never get to the answer. And so with her, she does do, and I think Booker does as well, and Julian does as well. You know, they tell a story, but I think with them, and what I love about how they've answered their questions is that they tell a story based off of their own personal experience or a story that they've heard from someone who's living whatever issues that we're talking about, and then they are able to give you their answer based off of that and why it's important to them. So I feel like it makes whatever the issues that they're tackling more of a personal thing. So I just love that she was very well spoken. She was definitely passionate about what we were talking about, or all the different questions that were coming her way. I love that her thoughts were truly on the benefit of the people. She really thought about that. So I love that she talked about, she really last night, one of the things was calling out the big corporations and basically holding them accountable for how they've done, you know, the little guy wrong. I love that. And I just love that she just gave, I felt like Elizabeth Warren just gave us direct answers. I think the only time where she didn't super duper answer directly was, it had to do with Mitch McConnell. There was a subtle answer in there, but it was not anything direct. And I don't know that in regards to Mitch McConnell and his impact that he has on the U.S., I don't think that for her at that time, maybe there was not the best answer to give as directly. But I just love that for the most part, with the exception of that one, from what I could tell, she gave direct answers. I loved her take on gun violence in regards to our kids and dealing with gun violence in schools and the school shootings. And she addressed it as more like of a healthcare. I don't have the direct quote, but I really appreciated her talking about how it's a healthcare issue, because when you think about it, we're talking about the life expectancy of our kids. And so I love that she basically said it was a healthcare issue, that we need to, you know, have this gun reform issue going on. So those are my three, you guys. I will say, I'll probably do this in another video of just maybe things I didn't talk too much about. De Blasio was probably the next tier of people, or of a candidate that I was kind of okay, I see you, you know, you're trying to at least say that I'm here and I'm trying to run as a candidate. He did mention, I think when they were talking about just the gun issue, I want to say it was that he mentioned that he has a black son. And so I think he really tried to be personal in that aspect. And I think that he did a good job of at least talking about what he's done in his job to create some type of change, and how he was going to take that to translate it into him being president. Tim Ryan, meh. There were times where I was kind of like, okay, like I got it. Like he would build up a little bit of steam, but then he'd slow down a little bit. I did enjoy his sparring back and forth between Tulsi Gabbard. I feel like that was the one time that Tulsi at least was like in the game, but for the most part Tulsi was not memorable for me. I was looking forward to her because I saw her on The View, and she just did not, I don't know if that's just maybe in her character to just be very docile or very cool and calm, which I appreciate, but because there's 25 people, I mean, we're only getting to listen to 20 people, but because there are 25 candidates, the fact that she did not get in there really, except for when she was talking to Tim Ryan, I just kind of was neither here nor there. Klobuchar, meh. I at least appreciated that. I think Inslee was talking about how he's the only person up there that did anything for women's rights or something like that, and she like basically came out and was like, there's 3 women up here that have done that. I did love Inslee when they were asking, you know, in one word or one phrase, I guess, what's the threat to the U.S.? And he was like, Donald Trump. To me, that was a mic drop moment, but that's about as memorable as it got for me with him. But I think that's kind of it. So I would love to know from you guys down in the comments below, who were your front runners from the debate last night? Like, who really stood out to you? And then let me know as well, like, who is it that maybe I should be looking into that maybe I didn't give a chance to, or maybe they do have some great policies and things like that that maybe I'm not sure of. I'm really making a point, even from the last election, I made a point to really try to be as, I tried to study up as much on who to vote for and who not to vote for, that kind of thing. And let me know, I know that the debate's going to be happening in a little bit, but who are you most looking forward to watching tonight? Is it Biden? I know Bernie's supposed to be there tonight, Kamala, Buttigieg, and I know he's kind of skating on thin ice from his town hall. So definitely let me know. Let's get a conversation going. Share this with someone else that you would think that would be, you know, interested in listening to this or is interested in politics. And if you enjoyed the video, of course, hit the thumbs up button. It would really help my channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow, because I'm definitely going to make a video and upload it for tonight's debate. And I think I'll probably do like one more video to just talk about stuff we missed. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Until then, bye.